what resonated with people was not even so much the autism and the overcoming challenges and all that, but that any of us can have an enormous impact on the world. And marketing is not so different than what Carly is doing, right? It's spreading a message and using social media to spread a message and influence people's behavior. And so I think they were quite intrigued by the fact that this little kid with no voice and allegedly every odd against her can impact hundreds of thousands of people because you get the 50,000 followers and then the whole echo of that 50,000. I think at times Carly reaches over 2 million people in a day. And the number of messages, you know, she posts something and within minutes she'll have 200 comments back. So I think as a marketer they looked at that and said, that's pretty cool because her budget is zero, right? And yet she is influencing people, and you know, she has refined her message and she's refined her brand. And they found that quite compelling because they have millions of dollars and are often tasked with doing exactly the same, and they do it much less effectively. So I think it resonated on a couple of levels. I think it resonated on a personal level. Like, here was a really inspiring story of a kid up against all odds who's overcome all odds, and gee, that makes me feel good as a person and makes me feel like I want to get out there and do something. And then it resonated on a business level. And so we wrapped up that speech with 6 lessons that you could learn from Carly. And I just once wrote, which I don't know why it struck me, because it is very schmaltzy, but she said something like, the world looks beautiful if you walk through it with open eyes. And I took 2 things out of that. One, just the sense of optimism, but the open eyes part. And Carly often talks about seeing things that other people don't see, and that's what marketers need to do. They need to look places that you wouldn't typically look. You got to go beyond the typical focus group and tracking study. You need to look for opportunities that are not present, obviously. And that's what Carly's done. I mean, if you looked at her obvious future, she'd live in a group home and go to an autism school. And she said, there are bigger opportunities for me. You got to dream really, really big dreams. Not just, I want to lose 5 pounds, I want to grow my business 2%. No. I want to be the only chip manufacturer in the US. That's a big dream. How am I going to be the only chip manufacturer in the US? Dream big, honking dreams. And you tend to accomplish bigger things